So how do you ride the wave of all that adrenaline? We talked about the before the show ritual. Is there anything after the show, or is it just right back into the next Revolutionary Runway event?
Well, it's funny you should ask that. Actually, it's a month is not a long time. That it's not as long as most people think. So really, you don't ever have time to come down from the wave. It's real. It takes over. It's a very surreal experience, and it's from 1 month to the next. So I guess for me personally, I have yet to come down from that wave.
And I hope that you never do, actually. So, what for you is the most rewarding part of being a part of Revolutionary Runway and just having all of this unfold in front of you?
I think being in this industry, if it's done correctly, it teaches you to love yourself and respect your body. And I think that the experience that I've gained from all of this, including Revolutionary Runway, has been so rewarding in my growth as a young individual. And I think that living my dream has been very, 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 very rewarding for me.
Not many people can say that they get to live their dreams, so that's got to be a very empowering thing for you. So,
It feels really good.
I can imagine. It's got to be just great because I mean everybody has dreams, and to be able to live out your dream, that's just so. Again with that wave, I hope you never come down off of. So on the runway, there's got to be a million things going on, especially since you're kind of the brains behind this whole operation. What goes through your head when you're walking down that runway? Because I can imagine it's intense.
I know for me personally, every time I see one of those flashing cameras, I think to myself, that's going to end up somewhere. So every time, every second I'm on that runway, I want to make sure that I look like a piece of art. I think that as long as you focus on isolation and body composure, it'll all turn out really great. So I think that for me as an individual, I think that I focus mainly on isolation and posing. I know it ranges from model to model because some of us will just find a spot on the wall and stare and pretend no one else is there. So I think that it ranges, but I know for me personally, it's about the isolation.
So it's definitely a personal experience, which I would imagine it would be. So
It,
do you?
yeah, it's the model.
Yes. Um, and you have just a phenomenal line of models. They did all such a great job. It barely looked like you guys even like broke a sweat on the runway when I was there. But do you have any inspirational words for the members of Midnight Crowd or people in Revolutionary Runway who want to be involved in Revolutionary Runway or just viewers?
Yes, I would like to take this moment to acknowledge that modeling is an art form, and it is not about being 6 foot or skinny. It's about mastering the beauty of the body you have, and it's about turning it into a lifestyle. It's not just about standing and looking pretty. It gets to be very strenuous at times, but it's definitely an art form. And I think for most aspiring models, if they're interested in getting into it, the best thing you can do is look up your local agency and photographers.
Okay. I think that that's fabulous and something that will definitely help people out. And I love the fact that you really think that people should be comfortable in their own skin and not set to a certain standard.
Well, if you notice anything consistent with fashion, it's always about pushing the envelope, and it's time that we embrace diversity.
I couldn't agree with you more, Jad. Now, do you want to give any special thanks or any sort of recognition?
I really want to say thank you to MidnightCrowd.com for really helping us and supporting us thus far. And I'd like to give thanks to our community here in Memphis, Tennessee. It's made this experience such a great life achievement for me, and it's just only getting bigger and better. And I want to thank my team because without them, this would not be what it is. I am so blessed to have the people I have on my side. And there's just so many names, and I could go on all day with naming them, but I'm just going to say thank you to everybody who's been so supportive and has put something into this. Your heart is really, it's in my love and my greatest energy. I'm so grateful.
Well, thank you very much for doing this interview with us tonight, Jad. It's been quite a pleasure. And I would love to thank Midnight Crowd and Revolutionary Runway as well for allowing this to happen so that we can have more of these wonderful videos.